products in Brightwall. I'm thinking about having kids.
The library is closed by order of the king. We don't serve drinks, we don't sell chicken feed. Please leave before the soldiers suspect you of gaining any real knowledge. Oh, sweet papyrus. I'm afraid I was speaking the truth. King Logan has closed the academy. I'm little more than a custodian these days. By the... Oh, the Guild Seal! I haven't seen it since the old hero King last came here. Then you are...
The Prince, yes.
Oh, my. Please, come this way. Your father told me that one day a challenger bearing the seal would come seeking entrance to the reliquary, but I never imagined it would happen in my lifetime. It was he who founded the academy, of course. I have often wondered how he would react to see it in its present state. Here we are. I can't tell you how many of our researchers and professors have studied this door, hoping to unlock its mechanism. But I knew there was only one thing that would ever open... I cannot tell you what you will find on the other side of that door. That knowledge is reserved only for heroes.
When you find yourself in a sword fight, just make sure you gut the other fellow first. Easy, what?
Hey! Oh. Oh, who's a beautiful dog. Who's so beautiful, boy?
hello, Jasper here again. I believe that amazing device is what is known as a flit switch. However, on the subject of amazing things, you will not believe what I have just found in the sanctuary. You should come back as soon as you possibly can. This sanctuary contains an armory, within which there are some truly remarkable weapons, heroic weapons, which your father left for you. This way, please. Now, admittedly, these weapons don't appear particularly impressive yet. However, according to the book, they actually change as you use them, becoming more deadly and developing fantastic properties. They are living weapons, and the way in which you fight with them determines how they evolve. That hammer should serve you well for as long as you carry it, and depending on whom you kill and how, it will grow ever more powerful. Well, now that you are properly armed, you should be much better prepared for whatever awaits you beneath Brightwall Academy. Yes, the flit switch. Now, the way you activate these is by hitting them. Your new weapon should serve that purpose ably. Yes. You'll recall that I mentioned that flit switches require a knock from a melee weapon. Well, it seems that was only partially correct. According to the book, only blue switches require melee weapons. The red variety requires magic, and to activate yellow switches, you must shoot them with a firearm. Fortunately, that section of the book also indicated where some firearms were located, and these weapons, well, they must be seen to be believed. Please return to the sanctuary as soon as you can. Ah, so the weapons in question were also left for you by your... Like the sword and hammer, these astonishing weapons evolve over time as you use them, becoming ever more fearsome. They can cause more damage and achieve other incredible effects. The pistol is best suited to short ranges and packs a surprising punch. The rifle. Marvelous. No one's going to get close to you if you don't want them to. The pistol will remain here should you wish to use it instead. In the meantime, experiment and see what incredible properties are waiting to be unlocked. There are no gifts for you now, perhaps later. I would think you'd be keen to test out your new weapon in a proper dungeon.
You have done well. Now, step into the light. There is much you need to know. Congratulations, hero. Touching the guild seal was an indication of what you could become. Reaching the music box has proven what you already are. No one but a hero could have done it. You have begun to learn what powers you possess, and there is still greater potential within you. But you have only taken the first step in your journey. Albion is crying out for a revolution, and for someone to lead it. Winning supporters to your cause will be hard. Leading them against Logan will be an even greater challenge, but it's one you must accomplish.
I'll make him pay for what he did.
This is not a matter of personal vengeance. As long as your brother sits on the throne, Albion is in great danger. Open the music box. It will show you the truth.
This is my Albion. Its cities will bow to my law, or they will burn. Its mountains will bend to my will, or they will fall. This is my Albion. Its people will do as I say, or they will die. Its future will be as I decree, or it will end. I've seen what must be done, and nothing will stand in my way. We will be greater, and we will be stronger, no matter what sacrifices we must make. This is my Albion, and I will see it destroyed before I surrender it.
If any part of you still doubted the necessity of a revolution, you have your answer. The kingdom will face its own annihilation under your brother's rule. Now, do whatever you must to gain your first ally, for you cannot lead a rebellion without followers. Sabine is a good man, and his people are strong.
You've amassed enough money to buy a house. Houses are excellent investments. Besides, you'll need somewhere to live if you meet that special someone.
Blessed index cards. You made it. This is cause for great rejoicing. Albion has a hero again. If ever I can be of assistance, I will be honored to serve you.
I knew you would succeed, sir. You now have proof positive of your heroic status. And I believe Walter has made some progress with the mercenary problem. He is waiting for you outside the local tavern. How curious that Sir Walter should have chosen a tavern as your rendezvous point. You've a new type of gauntlet available. That is a gauntlet, a device which allows a hero to channel magical energies to cast spells. Quite extraordinary. When you need to attack a target from a great distance and don't mind sacrificing firing speed, a rifle is ideal.
My dear soul, you're an odd fish and no mistake. Possibly a trout, or maybe even weirder, like a sea cucumber or something. Though technically they aren't fish. Anyway, you look like some kind of mutant fish thing. So there, yours sincerely, Arthur.
Bet you've done questionable things. Extraordinary things. If your singing voice isn't too squeaky, you could make some coin as a bard.
Don't see many dogs around here these days.
Rock bottom prices.
Never fancied
someone your
adventuring
sweet
myself. It seems to suit you, though.
Rediscover your youth with my patented makeup.
Smashing!
Have you ever been hungry?
Run away!
A library is a place with lots and lots of books.
Try out a new melee weapon today.
I just can't keep stocked
Why
up
are
on some
old
of these
people's
items.
noses
I'll
so
give you a
big?
good price if you've got what I need.
Too.
Go, go, go!
Yesterday I saved a town from a big monster, and they said I could be their princess.
Have a look at what I've got. You have not seen anything like it.
Are you one of those adventurers? Yay! Hooray! It's all right.
You were successful then. Bloody marvelous. You'll be glad to know I have some information on the mercenaries Sabine mentioned. They're led by a man called Saker. He used to be a soldier, but always had more in common with bandits and cutthroats than the military. His men are holed up in a small fortress in the mountains, so it won't be easy to get in. But I have a plan. Come with me.
Why, thanks.
One of the mercenaries. A cold-blooded killer. His name's Clarence, but everybody calls him Jimmy. He was drinking in the pub all day and generally making life unpleasant for everyone. It wasn't hard to get him completely pickled. These young thugs. Bloody lightweights, if you ask me. Anyway, take his clothes and you'll have a free pass into their camp. Just try not to think about what those stains might be.
These prices just cannot get any lower. The economy's rotten.
I give hard cash for your...
You're not likely to convince anyone without a bit of extra effort. Even these idiots will notice if you don't have his beard or tattoos. I'm sure you can get hold of what you need around town, though. In the meantime, I'll find out who to talk to about getting food to the dwellers. They might not have much to spare here, but they're kind people. They'll just need a little convincing. Anyway, good luck dealing with Saker and his mercenaries. It'll be your first taste of real battle. But I know you'll do just fine.
You appear to have earned enough gold to purchase the rather repulsive items you require to complete your mercenary disguise. A most impressive feat for a member of the royal family. Of course, should you have acquired a taste for labor, you may continue working for as long as you wish.
I've decided I'm going to get very, very, very drunk.
Well, a dog. Don't see those every day.
I haven't seen business this bad as long as I can remember.
Run for it!
Things have never been worse here.
My father always said I should swing a sword.
We should get a drink sometime. Say, midnight at my place.
Can I be of service?
Halt! Who goes there? Oh, it's you. Okay, then.
Need any help today? I would expect adventuring would burn a lot of calories.
If business doesn't pick up soon, I'll be right out of it. Business, I mean.
I've heard there are treasure chests around, and they're not even hard to find.
Rock bottom prices for rock
You
bottom
never know when
times.
something will jump out and attack you in this place.
Let's see what we can do for you.
Yeah, it may be expensive, but it's worth every ounce of gold. Wait a minute, you look just like a dweller. Oh, it's because you're wearing dweller clothes. Yes, that's it. Need some help there? You're paying top gold for a top quality item.
It appears you have all the required ingredients for your distasteful mercenary disguise. You may return to the sanctuary to change into it when you wish. Let's adjourn to the dressing room and see about your disguise, shall we? The appropriate facial hair adorns the bust before you. Perfect. You look dangerous and devoid of all human decency already. Now, for the tattoo. I considered getting a tattoo at one time, but I was afraid it might leave a mark. Turns out I didn't properly understand the process. beard and the tattoo are splendid. You're just missing one thing, the mercenary outfit. Ah, yes, very mercenary indeed. You'll fit right in with those brutes. Now then, you better be off to deal with Seika, hadn't you?
You need a license for that face. The most original haircuts in town.
In your bed! Lie down. Stupid dog. Oh, lovely. Who's a beautiful. Oh, you're a beautiful. Hey! Oh.
We had a couple of rough patches, but at the moment we're doing okay.
Do you actually know what you're wearing?
Firearms for every shooting occasion.
Have a few things on sale, just so you know.
That's lovely, thanks.
Nice doing business with you. Anything I can get you? Hope you enjoy it. Do as a favour. Oh, you won't regret buying that. That's a good buy. That's a good buy. Trousers are broke now.
Oh.
And it's not what you think. They're just horrible. A crime against fashion. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have enough gold. Maybe when you have enough to pay for it.
You look terrified.
Be sure.
Don't fight with your hands. Use a weapon.
Jimmy? Back from killing some dwellers? Come on in. I heard this great joke today. What does a dweller eat on his birthday? Snow. No, wait. That's not...
You been up to much lately? Nah, me neither. Sometimes wish I'd joined me dad with a family business.
Why didn't you?
Well, I never saw myself as a sugar salesman. And it wasn't really feasible after I killed him and all.
Oh, shame.
Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over.
I shot that bird till it was stone cold dead.
Hey, Jimmy, over here. Jimmy, over here, mate. Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over. Hey, Jimmy, over here. Jimmy, over here, mate. Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over. Hey, Jimmy, over here. Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over. Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over. Hey, Jimmy, over here. Jimmy, over here, mate. Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come
Roll
on over.
over, you stupid mutt.
Don't get
Hey,
too
Jimmy,
close.
over here.
Damn thing's probably got rabies or something. What are we going to call it?
How about Gilbert?
Jimmy, over here, mate.
Ah, hello.
Doesn't Wolfie like his cage? Wolfie, I told you, Gilbert.
It just doesn't look like a Gilbert to me.
Don't be shy, Jimmy. Come on over. Jimmy, over here, mate. Hey, Jimmy, over here. All right, Jim, how's things? You been drinking in Brightwall again? And don't let anybody tell you, drinking alone.
Your beard looks a bit scruffy. Ow! Ha! I got you! I call that me shadow strike. Didn't see it coming, did you?
Oh, look at him.
That's gonna...
I got him! I got him!
Ha! Gotcha!
Wow, I got him good. Oh, I got him.
Ah! How do you like that?
Ow!
Take that, turd for brains.
Jimmy, that really you? You look different somehow. Were your eyes always that colour?
Nah, Jimmy's got
That was me
periwinkle
lightning.
eyes like a beautiful summer morning sky. That's not him.
It's not Jimmy! Ready to die? Oi! Stop all that shooting nonsense and get...
That dog you put down.
Next time... Cripes! Things are looking really grim.
Stand in the way of the bullets while I don't want to die. Can you just let me go?
the Jimmy impersonator!
Dangerous. Keep your heads down, boys.
Your spleen looks like.
Watch it! You'll shoot someone's eye out with that! Pick him up, mate! It's just a dog! Won this one, boys. Just one last push. It's all. You're gonna regret this.
He's mine! You've left quite a trail of bodies. You're not one of Sabine's dwellers, that's for damn sure. But you'll die like one. Stop! You've won. This battle is yours. Kill me or let me live. It's your choice. And my men will honor it. We may be nothing but mercenaries, but we have our codes, like any other soldiers. We'll leave the dwellers be, no matter what you do. That is a warrior's promise. Thank you. I won't forget this. Let the stranger go!
You have taken another step on the road to rule. Sparing Saker has won over the support of his followers. Word is already spreading of your compassion and your strength.
momentous occasion, your first victory in battle. I'm no expert on personal combat, but I would say, based on the fact that you're not dead, you acquitted yourself rather well. It's hard to believe that just a few days ago I was rousing you from a comfortable bed. Sir Walter is still waiting for you in the Brightwall Tavern. He seems to have become rather attached to the place. It would seem that you have completed 2 of the tasks that Sabine set for you. If you return to Brightwall, you will find Sir Walter has some news on how to fulfill the last requirement. Welcome to the Sanctuary. He seems particularly cheerful today, I think. There are new garments available. The armory is at your disposal. Swords are fast weapons which require skill and finesse to wield. Why just stab or shoot your enemies when you can set them on fire?
Ah, yes, the special ingredient of our famous Silver Hen Ale. I find it lends the brew a rather piquant flavour.
Ah, here he is. We were just talking about you.
Indeed. We have made a toast to your stupendous feat in ridding Miss Peak of Saker and his men. They have been a source of great distress for some time.
Nobody will be more pleased than Sabine. His dwellers might find some peace now.
Of course. Nobody has suffered more than they.
I've been telling Samuel here about the terrible situation they're in. He thinks he may be able to help.
Yes, well, perhaps. I mean, of course. The thing is, as I was just explaining to Sir Walter, Brightwall has no overabundance of resources itself. The King's levies are rather steep, and we face shortages more often than is comfortable.
But?
But, were you to improve things around Brightwall, the people would be most grateful. And when people are grateful, they're also charitable. I'm sure they would find it in their hearts to send aid to those poor people.
There you have it. The way I see it. You will need all the followers you can get if you're going to lead a successful rebellion. What better time to start?
I heartily agree with Sir Walter. Pardon me for overhearing. As it happens, I've learned of a promising method for amassing followers. If you'll return to the Sanctuary at your earliest convenience, I can show you what I mean. Ah, now, the book says there is an additional rather amazing capability about the Sanctuary's map table. It can help you find people who are in need of a hero. Any other business to attend to? An excellent way to gain followers is by helping villagers in need. Take a closer look at Brightwall and I will explain more. You can now see the villagers in need. You can also see how many followers you must amass to impress Samuel and the people of Brightwall. Select a villager to help. By doing so, you will gain the respect and loyalty of others in the region. Select a villager to help, and by helping them, you will gain the respect and loyalty of others in the region. By completing quests for those in need, you will prove your abilities and demonstrate your potential
Please,
as a leader.
You've got to help me. I'm so worried. It's my daughter, you see. I can't find her. The little scamp is always going off on her own, having adventures and whatnot. Always comes back after a while, though, but this time she's been missing for hours and hours. I'm frantic with worry. It's all her father's fault. He never stops talking about how there's gold to be found in the caves in Mist Peak Valley. I bet that's where she's gone. Please find her and bring her home, I beg you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Please bring her back safe and sound as soon as you can.
A rather special gift has arrived for you in the usual place. The armory is at your disposal. Rifles are slower to fire than pistols, but can be used to engage targets at much greater range. I have no doubt that the people of Brightwall will end up following you. Merely show them what you are capable of, and they cannot fail to become your supporters.
hope she's okay. I'd never forgive myself if something happened to her.
Help me! Help! There's so many of them, and they're so scary. Please take me back to Mummy. Ah! You shouldn't scare people. Are you here to take me home? My arrow gets the baddie right in the nose. Yeah! Mummy said I shouldn't talk to strangers. Oh, I just did. We made it out of the cave. Brilliant. Help! What's that? Help! Woohoo! try with my little eye. Something beginning with S. Hi. More nasty things! Don't let them eat me! Cool. You could really shoot someone's ear off with that. Are we there yet? Are we there yet now? There's my mum! Mummy! Mummy!
My darling, my little darling, what a relief! I was beside myself. I can't thank you enough. I'm forever in your debt.
You need more followers. Try influencing people by completing quests. Whatever did happen with that Morley play? Is it...
You know, for a town with a famous academy, rainy people. This beer seems like a pretty good piece.
Weapons in all shapes and sizes, just for you!
This is terrible. Somehow the gate got open, and all of my chicken. Right, you'll need this. Contrary to what most people think, chickens are very, very crafty. They won't fall for any of that. Come here, chickie, chickie, I've got some lovely treats for you. Oh no, too smart. You have to defeat them psychologically. Now, they won't remain one concentrated force. They'll have redeployed into groups of 3 or so to maximize their tactical advantage. When you find one of these squads, flap your wings and such, and they should follow you back here. But don't let them try to negotiate with you. You do not want those little buggers inside your head, believe me.
Welcome to the Sanctuary. Well, the Book of Heroes takes a decided... You've a new suit in your wardrobe, a new feathery suit. You're dressed as a chicken. What are you planning to do dressed as a chicken?
Well done. Don't stop now. The others will be starting to suspect. Use the chickens to get them to follow you. You're doing great. We can't afford any mistakes now, or the entire operation will be compromised. When you find some of the little sods, don't let on you're there to capture them. No, just play it cool and kind of casually lead them back here.
Do one of them jokes you do. Please.
Ugh, hideous.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just down on my luck here.
Last time I was here, right wall was...
Not so keen on the stars. We've got something for every budget.
That's I only give special discounts to people I really like.
That's all of them. At last, the town can rest easy.
Oh, Bernard, you've got to lock them up again. This isn't right. They deserve to be free.
You're always on about the chickens and their freedom. You know what I think? I think if... All right. We'll let them live. But only if you swear never to let them out again.
All right. All right. We'll work this out.
I hope I haven't made a terrible mistake. But if I killed them, I would just make them martyrs. Oh, I just don't know about this.
It's what's best, Bernard. It's the right thing to do.
I wish I could believe that. I really do.
Now we just have to figure out a compromise.
Haven't I compromised enough?
We need to figure out a way the chickens can get the most
I have no doubt that the people of Brightfall will end up following you. Merely show them what you are capable of.
Pinch, you foul, vile fiend! You, good sir, you who live in such a tumultuous epoch. Ah, you will find the legendary lost play. Splendid!
Finally, tragedy and comedy will come together as they should.
Ah, hello. I trust you are finding everything all right? A very nice combination. Any other business to attend to?
Look, ain't ya?
If only you could accept the evident truth.
Turn back now, mortal one. Stay away from this accursed death, and insanity await you. Don't pick it up! No, really, I'm serious. You lot just can't leave well enough alone, can you? Bloody literary tourists, bane of my afterlife. Listen, you. You're not getting my lost plate, you hear? It's rubbish. Worse than rubbish. I mean, what was I thinking mixing tragedy and comedy? I must have been off my rocker.
It would seem, my dear fellow, you have been apprehended by the ghost of Philip Morley. That makes us both his captives. I am Ransom Locke. If the name seems familiar, it is because I was once a detective of some renown. And yet, here I am, ready to live out the rest of my days, trapped in a book. As far as I can deduce, we are currently in a scene from one of Morley's greatest romantic plays, the near tragedy of Oliver and Ethel. I believe if we are to escape, we must act out the scene. But performing is not one of my talents. If I am correct, putting on this costume should set things in motion.
Oh, Ethel, my love, my life, my son, if thou wouldst but give me one sign, one gesture that would speak of your affections, then might I think this grey existence worth living.
Ah, yes, a classic moment in the play. You are Ethel, the beautiful young daughter of a dung merchant. Show Oliver that you love him, and we may be able to leave this scene.
My heart is yours, my love.
Let the heavens and the seas, the toads and the eels sing the song in my heart, for she doth love me, and all is well. We shall meet again in the morrow, my little ferret, and elope into the sunset to live out our days in wondrous joy.
A magnificent rendition. Truly, I applaud you.
I see you are gifted with remarkable literary cunning, but can you really comprehend the depths of my work? That we shall see.
Ah, yes. This is undoubtedly a scene from one of Morley's earlier, funnier plays, Bloodbath at the Royal Court. And this must be your costume. The role of the fool is one filled with tragic depth. It will require a masterful performance.
What fresh insolence is this? Out of my throne, you impertinent buffoon! Stand before your king, and do your jester's duty. 'Tis a troublesome time for this court, and my crown grows heavy. So make me laugh, or I shall have your head.
Kuchi-kuchi-coo.
Oh, stop, it's too funny. I believe I'm in the right mood now to meet with those foreign delegates. I think I shall only behead half of them, yes.
I have never seen a more convincing fool. There is hope for us yet.
You handle my royal dramas as well as you handle my romances. But will your versatility extend to the more subtle domains of theatre, I wonder?
Oh dear. Unless I'm mistaken, this is a scene from Morley's notoriously violent historical epic, Titus the Mutilator, Part 2. Which would mean this is the gladiatorial arena from Act 5, where Titus is finally slaughtered by savage warriors seeking revenge. A favorite scene of mine as a child, I must admit. And here is Titus's famous costume. I had some pajamas that looked just like it. Put it on and you will take on the greatest role of your life.
Titus!
Thy pox-membered body shall pay for thy monstrous villainy. My son lies dead because of you. Now shall revenge be mine. Cold as your corpse and all the more flavoursome for it.
Do try to make your demise convincing.
Oh, we're going to enjoy this.
Well done.
Watch out! The bugger's not done! Ha! I got you good!
More of my kin lie slain, and yet you live. You have breathed your last sulphur-scented breath, Titus. Hey, you're broke, ain't ya? How are we gonna make any money out of killing ya?
I want his weapon when he's dead. Supposed to shoot back? Stop it!
All my men dead. My vengeance denied. My world undone. I cannot stand to live 1 second more.
Oh, what scene could possibly follow such a masterful rendition of my work? And the way you improvised some of those roles, you brought new life to my words. I stand in awe. You have earned the prize no mortal has ever been honored with before. My missing play. I entrust it to you, for I know that you will do it justice. I call it the Ham Sandwich, a metaphorical title, of course.
Ah, you have retrieved our aged investigator. Happy day! Have you perchance found...
This is no time for perchances, Lambert. The play. Do you have it? We're saved, Lambert.
Oh, the joy in my bosom knows no bounds. Thank you a million times. Thank you.
He said bosom. It's already working. Comedy and tragedy will at last join hands.
Hark. Bear witness to the tragic futility that is man. Oh, how it doth sear my senses to see paradise and yet to be barred.
That reminds me of a great joke. A guard, a monk and a chicken walk into a bar. Unfortunately, the bartender had had a mild heart attack that morning, so none of them get served.
And yet what purpose doth heartache serve when the infinite dark blanket that is death falls softly upon our still beating corpse?
That reminds me of another one. A corpse walks into a bar and says, "Can I have a lemonade?" "Certainly," replies the bartender. "I've never seen a stiff drink."
And so endeth our happy sad play, which reminds us we are made of nothing but clay. There's time only for our fool to say...
Great big giant bosoms!
What the hell was that?
Biggest load of old tosh I ever saw. It didn't even make sense.
Worst play ever.
Well done. You have gathered quite an impressive following in Brightwall. This should be more than enough to convince this little hamlet to send aid to
I'm
the
beginning
dwellers.
to understand why
I believe Samuel
Philip
awaits you at the
Morley
town gates to
never
express that
published this
very
particular
sentiment.
piece of work in his lifetime.
Indeed, it is too far ahead of its time. Perchance one day a civilization will rise with the broadness of brain to truly appreciate it.
If you ask me, it was the tragic element that let it down.
You won't find anything better in all...
Esteemed citizens of Brightwall, today we demonstrate the generous nature of our fair town. For too long have our mountain neighbors suffered in silence, and now we extend a helping hand. But this effort would not have been possible without the courage and determination of one man, the son of the old hero king. From this day, we shall know you as the hero of Brightwall. Before you leave, we ask of you one favor. As we pledge ourselves to you, so we hope you will pledge to return Brightwall to its former glory and reopen the academy which your father founded.
I will.
Very, very good, very good. I expected nothing less from you. These volunteers shall carry the supplies to the dweller camp. They may have them with our blessing. I hope you will return one day, not just as our hero, but as our king.
Thanks for coming in.
We're low on stock, so I'll give you a bit extra for certain items.
You're sure to find something special for
Oh,
that
we've got all
someone
sorts we have.
special.
You're a very nice person.
Upon that wall, you'll find the contracts representing the promises that you've made to the people of Albion. Your contract with Samuel is there, for example. Man's best friend, as they say. Now, I was never quite sure whether that meant after all human friends have been considered, or before. I'm sorry to say you have no unopened gifts at the moment. You have done a wonderful thing for those poor people in the mountains. They will be overjoyed when you arrive with the aid that you required for them.
Our hero returns, bringing good tidings. And supper. Damn thing doesn't open. How do you... Oh well, I never thought you'd actually get it, tell you the truth. Boulder. We've been blessed, my friends. We have made an alliance that has already brought us life. One day, it will bring us much more. We require but one more offering before we fight at your side. Boulder. Promise to restore these mountains to their full glory and to protect our right to dwell in them, and promise you will bring nothing but the fiercest justice upon Logan's head.
I promise.
Then may we be carried into the castle by the dark storms of fury!
You'll have to wait a little longer for that. It's still just us against a whole army. We need to recruit more people.
I was afraid you'd come over all logical and sensible. Well, you have brought us a feast, and we are free to hunt again. We'll just keep on eating and drinking till you're good and ready. Right, Boulder? He couldn't be happier.
You have made an important ally today. The revolution cannot hope to succeed without fighters such as Sabine and his people on your side. You have the beginnings of an army now.
How many good deeds did you do this month?
Can I be of service?
I couldn't be prouder of what you've accomplished here. But there is still much for us to do, and I know just where to find our next allies. Meet you.
Yes, yes. Ready? Yeah. Oh. You're very good.
I placed the contract representing your promise to Sabine on the wall.
It was you who convinced Brightwall, wasn't it? Thank you.
Hey, where'd you get those shoes? Oh.
Ooh. My
Oh. Pro!
You're good at...
Oh, you're strong!
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
Thanks for that.
I'll be your true pal, if you give me a hand.
Oh, what a...
Follow me.
Oh.
Yeah. Hit it. Oh, you're good. Yep.
He's convinced he can bring them all to life.
Hope you
too.
enjoy it.
That Saker always seems to get away. Where do you get your gifts from? You better not shop around here anymore.
Business is pretty good, but I'm sure you can help to make it even better.
Wanted to topple.
See you later.
Oh,
Those trousers would be... Oh. Oh.
Ooh, yep. Ready? Yeah.
Oh, put me down. Put me down.
You're very good.
You're not the sort who attacks...
Oh,
Ow.
wee. Oh. Right.
Oh, what? Oh, nice one. But he wasn't killed. They let him live, apparently.
You're an honest one. I can tell.
You're an example to us all.
I think I should
It was you who convinced Brightwall, wasn't it?
Don't you get tired
Can't
of being
believe how
so
good that
all
was.
the time? The nobles are acting strangely. Methinks a conspiracy's afoot.
I have heard all about your good deeds.
You're
What
the
can
one
I do for
found
you
that
then?
long lost play, aren't you?
Right, thank you.
Been better if you'd left it where you found it.
Haven't you
is
got
what
the
I hear.
stomach for evil?
How
Try
many good
doing
deeds did you
something
do this
bad
month?
for a change. Go on. You like...
Whoa. Yes. Sweep me on my feet.
Never been there, but it seems like an
Life ain't easy without gold, is it? You're one of those who like to stick to their morals, aren't ya?
Anything interesting going on in the world?
What?
Follow me.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, you are good. Yes. Right.
I like your style.
Hi there. Hey, hi. Give us a joke.
You...
La la ya.
Hey. Oh.
How many good deeds did you do this month?
The world would be a better...
Yes!
Yeah!
You're very good.
How about them
There
two
aren't many
actors
as
act their
virtuous
way
as
into
you.
Follow me, baby.
1 and 2 and 3. Whoa, yes! Brilliant.
There's something pure about you.
Not one to be corrupted by power, are you? You have
so
a very
much
good heart.
virtue. It's a wonder you don't just look...
Oh, raw! Oh, what a lovely leg you have. Oh.
You're almost an honorary dweller.
I cast minor devastation on you. You're devastated. A little.
Are you always such a goody-goody?
Is it any wonder I'll grow up? My character can do long, sustained attacks.
Don't you think my hair looks sort of flat? I should see a stylist.
What's wrong? You should give a
Right
stomach
wall
for
would go
evil.
for that.
What can I do
Try
for you
doing
then?
something bad for a change.
That's brilliant.
Go on.
Cheers.
You'll like it.
If
it had
only
been
everyone
me,
had your
I'd
sense
have
of humour,
chopped Saker's
the
head
world
off.
would be a better place.
What's with all the scars underneath you, boy? Why, it's a good thing I like reading. But I made it to the end with you, Chief. You're a very nice person.
I hate the rating system.
Can you do the big fat teddy bear dance? Everyone says how nice you are. And it's true. Really?
Bow is
For me?
There's loads of
Thank
dark
you.
alleys for my assassins to skulk in.
I'm quite keen on stalking.
You
Can I
think
be
you're
of
better
service?
than us, don't you?
Cheers. That's great.
I have heard
Thank
all
you for
about
your
your
custom.
He's a hero. You're an
Don't you
example
shake
to
my
be.
Yeah, okay.
I like your moves. What to do?
Yes. Yes.
Off somewhere exciting then. You're an example to us all.
Just remember, there's always someone who has it worse than you. Unless you're me. Looking forward to this. Oh, hello. You're just a goody...
Right.
Oh! Hey! Oh! Hey! 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 Oh. Ta-da! Hey! Really? Just do this for me and I'll be your friend, okay? I'll even say I like you and everything.
They say he's a hero.
Sabine's history of the Dweller tribe has dictated to Boulder, secretary, bodyguard, and comrade. Very well. Boulder, I want you to write down everything I say. Now, these fellows at the Bright Wall Academy have asked for a full and proper history of our tribe to sit proudly on their learned shelves. This is important, you know, so write down every word as true as it's spoken. Honored scholars and professors and such. I am Sabine, elder dweller of... I'll start again, Boulder, hang on. Honored scholars and professors and such. I am Sabine, elder of the Dweller clan. I shall begin the tale of my people with, wait, Boulder, wait, let me light my pipe. I can't think without my pipe. That's better. Boulder, have you got everything so far, Boulder? Good. Now. Where was I? Ah, yes. The history of our tribe is the history of these mountains. For we were wanderers for many a year before we found a home. And we were not truly ourselves before the Valley of Mist Peak sang its welcome song. These ancient rocks, these noble trees, this honest soil, are as much a part of the Dweller tribe as the children who play in the valley's snow, or the men and women who hunt in its forests. Have you got enough ink in there, my lad? Huh? Have you got enough ink there, my lad? There must be facts sufficient to fill a book by now. I best hurry to the end. So, in conclusion, it's freezing, and it's tough, and it's beautiful. And what better way to describe the life of a dweller than that? These mountains are ours, and we'll fight with our lives to shelter them from whatever storms may come. But the most important thing about dwellers, you must know, the thing that defines our culture and our spirit more clearly than anything else is... Oh, bloody hell. My pipe's gone out. Oh, well, never mind. That's plenty for the Academy to absorb and to study, I've no doubt. Let's have a drink to celebrate, shall we? Just make sure you've not missed a word, Boulder, and we can send it off in the morning.
Give us a hand, and we can be pals. I've got a friend who needs something from me. Will you take it to them?
Hole in the sky itself. I'm aiming for the dragon's eyes. So you never do anything bad.
You have a very good heart. I don't much mind the snow. I like to pretend it's frosting and the whole world's just a giant cake.
That's a stupid rule.
Just do this for me and I'll be your friend, okay? I'll even say I like you and everything.
Saker always seems to get away with it. He'd better not shop around here anymore. You're the one what found that long-lost play, aren't you? Been better if you'd left it where you found it, is what I hear.
If only all adventurers were as upright as you. I should get my mother a present. Not one to be corrupted by power.
You're an honest one.
Go to the old quarter in Bowerstone. That's the place.
Never been there, but it seems like an interesting place. Anyway.
You could teach most warriors a thing or two about mercy.
Hello, how's it going?
Sabine only picks the best. You're a hero to us all.
Everyone knows how upright and moral you are.
hand, and we can be pals.
He convinced Brightwall to send us food, you know.
Can I be of service?
Watch out for sales.
Thank
You could get a real bargain.
Happy to be of service. There is no better tattoos.
Do me a favour, and I'll be your bleeding mate, okay?
Not one to be corrupted by power, are you?
Maybe at the pawnbroker.
Have a look around.
Right, cheers.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Give us a hand, and we can be pals. Anything in... Do me a favour, and I'll be your bleeding mate, okay?
What can I do for you?
Yeah, all right. Thanks for that.
No, we're not the cheapest, but that's because we carry the best. Get Delilah forever tattooed on his arm. No, make that Cassandra forever.
No need to travel far for that. There's shops here that sell. Business is pretty good, but I'm sure you can help to make it even better. Hi there. How can I help? All right, thanks. See you again soon. I'll be your true pal, if you give me a hand.
But let's talk about something else. Anything interesting going on in the world? I like that outfit. It suits you well. There's this geezer in Brightwall. Reckons he can get his garden gnomes to talk. Just needs someone to help.
A gift for that someone special?
As pure as some
What
snow
great
that hasn't been
gloves!
trodden on.
Where'd
it
you
is.
get them?
That's some snazzy headgear, don't you think?
Wow.
If
Gotta
only
steal me
all
a
had...
pair of shoes.
Ah,
Ooh. Dee da da dee da da da. Oh, who's leading? I'll be your true pal if you give me a hand.
They say he's a hero. He certainly acted like one.
I came here to follow my
Looking for
dream.
something special? Or will it just be the regular stuff today?
Can
That's
I be of
great.
service?
Thank you.
Always happy Glad to help. I came in. Thanks.
Thank you for your custom.
I've got a big bag of gold burning a hole in
You
my
should
pocket.
keep checking my shop.
Figure of speech.
You never know when I might have a sale on.
True.
My
What a
neighbours were
horrible
so nice to me when I was
success.
ill a couple of
Is it
months
true
ago.
you're the one who
I think-
helped?
No, you're going, mate. Yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah. One, two, three. Oh, I can see my house from here. Look. That was great. Oh, let's do that again.
Lovely.
Oh, is that how it is?
Hey, I like your hat. Oh.
Ooh.
Woo! My feet.
One, two,
three. Oh, hey. Oh.
Lovely.
I'll be your true pal if you give me a hand. Do us a favour and get something for me, will you?
How nice you are. And it's true.
Tired of your
What
old
can I do
pal?
for you then?
Big
Boss,
fat
what do you want?
teddy bear dance.
Hope you enjoy it. The town's doing so well, I just had to put the prices up.
If you fight any renegades,
I
hope
could
you
use
make
a
them
hero
suffer.
getting
The
the
gang of
kids
them
to
didn't
tidy up
respond.
their room.
Give us a hand, and we can be pals. I've got a friend who needs something from me. Will you take it to them?
In this town.
Where'd you get
Why, thank you.
Come on. I can't wait. Yes.
Not one to be corrupted by power, are you?
Can teach
Welcome to the sanctuary. I believe Brian still needs some help with his gnomes.
I give hard cash for your unwanted goods on the spot.
Our
You know, if you
potions are
spend more,
guaranteed
I
to be
bet better stuff
100%
in items in
safe.
Brightwall.
out a new melee weapon today. We all feel safe with a dog like you.
How many good deeds did you do this?
Hello. I can tell you're a genuine person. You're what my grandmother used to call a right good 'un. Nobody is as good as you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hey, if you do something for me, we could be friends.
Sell me your unwanted items. I want to buy them. You have a very good heart.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Can I be of service?